Hi, how are you guys doing? I just watched a video by African Export about regulating natural hair, and this subject is close to me because I just finished cosmetology school. As you can see, I'm natural, and I'm one of these people who are about to go into field. And to be quite honest, it's not even about natural hair, regulating natural hair at all. It's about regulating just the whole procedure and all. When you go to cosmetology school, it's so much more than just doing hair. I mean, hair is just a small part of it, honestly. I mean, you learn a lot about hair and you learn about the dynamics of it and you learn about how it works with the rest of your body. But to become a licensed cosmetologist, you have to know about how to keep it sanitized around you, the proper way to sanitize. And you have to learn about how certain things react to the body. It's a lot to cosmetology school that people have no idea. Like I went to a 4-year college, and I honestly can say that cosmetology school was actually harder to me than college. Cosmetology school, it's a lot of stuff you're learning at one time, and it's not just about hairstyling. Anybody can go out there and style hair. I mean, Jane Doe off the street can style hair, yeah. But the thing is, does she know how to sanitize her material properly? So when the next person come behind the other person, they won't catch a fungus or catch any type of bacteria. That's the issue there. Or do Jane Doe, who might know how to braid hair down the street, does she realize that she might be putting too much tension on that person's hair instead of thinking, oh, I always make it tight like this. No, the regular Jane Doe usually don't realize that stuff, and they don't know the stuff in the background when it comes to doing hair. Sure, like I used to do people head sometimes before I went to cosmetology school, and now I look back on it and I'm like, I did a lot of stuff wrong. Different when you're like getting out of cosmetology school and you have your license. And I know some people might be looking at me saying, well, that's because she's about to go into the profession. No, I mean, yeah, I am, but it is so different. And honestly, I'm one of these people where, I've been doing YouTube for a while, for a couple of years, and I come up here and I do tutorial on YouTube about different hairstyles. And like so many of you other guys who come in here and do that. But now that I learned and I have studied hair, a lot of stuff I see is so wrong and so incorrect. But the thing is, I don't say anything unless someone asks me about it. But my point of saying that is that at times, I'll be honest with you, I really get offended by what some of the people put out there and suggest. And what offends me the most is when people act like they're experts at this. Like, you're not an expert at this, and especially someone like me who just came out of school and I must say worked my ass off in school. Cosmetology is not easy, so don't think it's a picnic. It's not at all, and it's more than just doing hair. But someone who just got out of cosmetology school, I get kind of offended when people come in here and think that they can do my profession as if like it's nothing. Because the thing is, you only know a little bit about what goes on in cosmetology. The hair part is not even the main thing in cosmetology. And the reason why people have regulations is because not necessarily because of how you do the hair. It's because of the stuff that you got around the hair. That's what the regulations are for. And if you don't know that stuff, you can really get yourself in a lot of trouble. And a lot of times the regulation is to protect you. And if you're not careful, and you're someone who's doing hair in your home and stuff like that, then you can get in a lot of trouble because someone can easily sue you, and then they realize that you don't have a license, then that looks bad on you. And then at the same time, it might even be anything like that. It could be someone could come into your home and might have hepatitis or something, and you don't even know it, and you're not taking the right precaution, and the next thing you know, you have hepatitis. So yes, it needs to be some type of regulation, but it's not just pertaining to natural hair. I mean, regulations need to be in place for a reason. It's not because you can do someone hair just as good as, some stylists can do it. It's more about that stylists know what the rules and know what the procedures are. You, Jane Doe at home, don't know what they are because you haven't learned it because you wasn't in cosmetology school. Because like our license is a big deal to us because our license says a lot. Our license gives us the right to go out there to do people hair and have that backup. It's kind of it's kind of offensive when someone go out there and try to do hair and they don't have that backup, and then people get upset about what was done to their hair and they take it out on the whole cosmetology industry. No, it doesn't work that way. So basically, with me, yes, I want you to have a license to do my hair, but I'm picky anyway because it ain't too many people gonna do my hair where I'm satisfied, because I feel like I can do my hair the best out of anybody. But yeah, but most likely I want you to have a license, especially knowing what I know now. Most likely that person with the license might be more sanitized, or at least they know the rules. Not always, 'cause I've seen some nasty hairstylists who don't do what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, I kind of know that they know what the rules are, and if they are nasty, I'm going to call them out on it because I know what the rules are. It's not even about the hair. It's not even about natural hair being a regulation on it. It's more about what's around them and how they're cleaning their tools, how they're cleaning their equipment, the environment that they're in. That's what the regulations are for. And I noticed she said something about braid. There's regulation on braids. Well, it might be as strict on braids because there have been studies or cases in the past where people were getting their hair braided and it was too much tension being put on their scalp and was causing some people to have alopecia. Because I had a few clients who came in to me who has had alopecia from getting braids in their hair. So there might be there are stricter regulations on braids because of that. Because a lot of people think, especially once they do it at home or whatever, they think, well, I can do a braid, I can make it look just as good. Yeah, you probably can. But the thing is, if you don't know the science behind it and you don't know what you're doing to that person's scalp and how like you basically doing that braid and pulling their hair is affecting the rest of their body, then you're hurting the person more than helping them. So that's why there's regulations on certain things like that. And when it comes to chemical services, heck yeah, I want someone who's a professional to do that. And with hair color people, let me tell you, with hair color, do not let somebody who is not licensed put hair color in your hair. Because even if you had people do that before in the past, you got lucky. Because hair color is a whole nother beast. Hair color can be great if you have the right professional help to help you with it. But if you just let any old Jane Doe put hair color in your hair, or Sue down the street put hair color in your hair, and they really don't know what you're doing, and especially if you already got color in your hair, you might be you might not have no hair when you come out. So when it comes to chemical services, most definitely. And I ain't talking about just relaxer. Like I said, I'm talking about hair color or, anything else. Don't just let anybody do your hair because they might not be covered. Well, most likely they're not going to be covered. Now, at the same time, don't get me wrong. Now, there are people who are out there who are not licensed and who can do an excellent job of doing hair. Because I actually used to go to my friend who used to do my hair, and she did my hair pretty good. That's about the only other person that I went to that I like how she did my hair. But she can do my hair straight. She can't do natural stuff. But I like how she did hair, and she's not necessarily licensed. But for the most part, yes, I think you do need to be licensed to do hair. And for me, in order for me to think you're credible, you need to have some type of certification showing that you went to school and that you learned about this stuff. Because doing natural hair alone, that's fine and dandy if you know how to do natural hair. But I want to make sure you know how to take care of, let's say that someone came in with alopecia and they got natural hair. Someone who's not licensed or whatever, they don't know how to handle that alopecia. So that's why I need a professional. I need someone who can look at the scientific part of my hair and look at the health of my hair. I don't care about knowing how to define my curls. I don't care about that at all. I care about whether you can look at my hair and tell me what's going on with it. And in cosmetology school, at least the one I went to, in cosmetology school, you learn how to do stuff like that. You pick up stuff that the average Jane Doe don't pick up when it comes to hair. At least I paid attention and I picked that up. My thing was I got a lot out of cosmetology school. I learned stuff that I had no idea. And honestly, before I went to cosmetology school, I was a pretty good hairstylist. I could do hair anyway. But now that I went to cosmetology school, it's so much more that I have learned. It's ridiculous. So the knowledge that I have now compared to the knowledge I had back then is nothing. And if you haven't been to cosmetology school, honestly, you don't have that same knowledge. And don't get me wrong, some people go to cosmetology school and they don't pick up on that stuff. And they don't learn any of that stuff and they don't carry it with them. I know that. There are bad hairstylists out there. But for someone to say, well, not that African Export didn't say that, but I seen people do videos and for them to pretend like they're just as good as the hairstylist. I mean, some of them might be, but for the most part, I kind of get offended by that because I work damn hard in hair school, very hard. And in case I got in hair school, you can't even compare to what you so-called learn out doing hair in the kitchen because I had that same education too. But compared to that education that I had just from getting out of hair school and what I knew back then, that's nothing. So that's just my little spin. Sorry I got a little personal with that, but I've seen some crazy video. I see some crazy comments where people are taking it upon themselves giving wrong information about hair. I saw one other day that tripped me out, but I was going to respond to it, but I didn't even respond to it. I said it's not none of my business. But I do want to leave this out here. And this is something completely different. This is like a comment that I saw today. I saw a video where someone had hair color issues with their natural hair or whatever. And someone left her, basically, let me tell you about the video. So the girl in the video was talking about she had, she needed to use silicones because her hair was feeling very, very dry from color. And yeah, that's what happens when you get color, especially if you get it like bleached or something, or you get it like a lighter color. Your hair do tend to feel drier, and you do need silicones to help you out. Even though people hate silicones, but silicones are not bad for your hair. I looked at the scientific facts behind it. It is not bad for your hair. I don't know where you people got this thing from, like silicone free and all that stuff. But if you choose to be that way, that's fine. But it's not bad for your hair. But the thing is, she was talking about how she needs silicones. And someone posted a response telling her that if she was to put like aloe vera juice or something that has a lower pH, then it's going to close the cuticles of her hair back down. No, it won't. It will not. That's not even true. The thing is, it is true that you do want to get your hair between the pH balance of 4.5, 5.5. Now, do it necessarily have to be there? No, it don't have to be there, but you want it around that range. I mean, you can have it at a 6 or 7, hell, water 7, but you can have it there and it won't be that bad. But someone told this girl that if she put like some type of, I guess, aloe vera juice or something that's going to bring the pH back down and be more acidic, that it was going to close her cuticles. No, because what happens with hair color is once you get hair color, your cuticles are raised and they stay raised. Long as that color is in there, they stay raised. So the hair that has that hair color up there, it's going to stay at a higher pH. There's nothing you can do to close that. You just got to let that grow out. But is that necessarily a bad thing? No, it's not. Okay? It's not necessarily a bad thing. But the thing is, that was just a bug out. It's just an example of people trying to give advice about hair that's wrong, completely wrong. And it's just a bug out to me. But that's really all I wanted to say. So regulations on natural hair, I don't think that'll happen. It's not even about the hair. It's more about the environment that you're in. And as far as like, do I need a style? Do I prefer a stylist or someone who is licensed? Yeah, I do. If I can have more leeway with that because I am the licensed stylist. And so if I let someone do my hair who's not licensed, you best believe that I am instructing them the whole way through. All right, that's all I have to say. Bye.